Hello and welcome. I'm Patricia Rezzatello. I'm so happy to have you with me tonight. Thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to like, share, react to this, and feel free to ask questions, leave comments. And because there are issues when I don't say this, gentlemen, sorry, the pretty face is taken. So today we are talking a little bit about joint venture risks, the risks that you take when you get into a joint venture, and we'll go a little bit into how to protect yourself from them. Friday, we'll talk a lot more about how to protect yourself, and Sunday in the group training, I may have forgotten to post the link to the group, but I will get the link to the group up here just as soon as I get off. Sunday in the group training, we will cover all three topics in more depth, and that will include what I talked about on Monday, which was what do you and your partner get out of a joint venture, what risks there are, and how to protect yourself. And then I will have an invitation for you. We have something very, very special coming up Friday as well. Friday at this time, I'm interviewing Melissa. Oh dear, and I practiced this. Desvaux, I believe if I'm pronouncing it correctly. She's a mother, an author, and a virtual assistant. We will talk about love, life, and loss, and where one goes from there. So today we are talking about joint ventures. We're talking about doing business and the risks that one takes when they, I guess the term is getting to bed with a joint venture partner. There are always going to be risks, and you have to be able to do the best you can to minimize them. So it helps to know what the risks are in the beginning to begin with. Okay, so one risk is that of losing credibility. If you get into a joint venture, you could lose credibility with your current clients, your current customers, your email list, with that partner, with prospective partners, with prospective clients. You could all just go south. It could go bad. And, so it helps to have a plan in place to know what you want to do when you see that starting to happen. At what point do you want to cut your losses and just run? Just what do you plan on doing? You might end up, worst case scenario, angering your current market. If you did something really stupid, I don't know what, or if your partner did something that was really bad, it can happen. Typically, it's not terribly likely. I think most of the joint ventures that I've done in the past were with people who were info marketers, much like myself. And typically, if in that case you're offering good content, it's not going to be much of an issue. If you do some kind of cross promotion, maybe you just promote the other party, right? Whichever. If they're lame, the stuff that they're offering is, substandard, or they have poor service, or if they have, some poor customer service, yeah, it's going to reflect on you because you referred them over to them. So you really want to check people out, before you, get into bed with them. If you happen to be in some kind of tech or R&D type of joint venture, I heard of people businesses who got into a joint venture and the whole thing went south and the partner ended up with their technology. Because, obviously if they're working with them, they have access to it. It happens. So you have to be aware that that kind of thing can happen. Have a plan in place. If you're doing like a cross promo with somebody, you could not get paid. It does happen from time to time. I have been in the position where I was controlling the money and I didn't do too well with it. Hopefully I can do better in the future. Just poor judgment calls, But, the best way to control that is to control the money yourself. Make it easy for them. All they have to do is show up and promote it, give them an affiliate link, whatever, and just handle it yourself. You could lose business. You could completely lose your whole business, if it really went badly. Again, like with the cross promotion, you might have a partner who doesn't live up to his end of the deal. He could not pay you, or he could not deliver the service, and you could actually be out, maybe. Or perhaps you end up, for whatever reason, not living up to your end of the deal. Stuff happens. Sometimes stupid stuff happens. If it's I can't spell it, a co-creation type of joint venture where you are creating part of the content, for example, for an info product, and your partner is creating part of the content, they could end up not living up to their part of the deal. Again, you might, for some reason, not live up to yours. And when you do, stuff happens. It does happen. So tomorrow we will look more at what you can do to prevent a lot of these. A lot of them can simply be mitigated by vetting your prospective partner really well. There are other things that you can do to minimize, like financial losses, for example. Like I said, you can control the money yourself. But tomorrow we will look at some other things. I'm sorry, Friday, U.S. time. Sorry, it's been a really long week. I've got a cold. I'm not thinking well. Friday, we will look at protecting yourself. What you can do as far as due diligence and legal agreements and vetting and, plan Bs. So, yeah. So, again, also on Friday, I will be interviewing Melissa Desvaux. My French is not very good. However, she's a mother, she's an author, she's a virtual assistant. And like I said, we'll talk about love, life, and loss and how one goes from there, where one goes from there. Also, if you are a small business owner, an entrepreneur, or a sales professional, and you've written a book, connect with me. Let's see if you might be a fit for this interview track that I'm doing. So, thank you, and have a great evening, and I'll catch you all soon.